Hello everyone. Today I would like to present the famous scientist API with Swagger, a live API integration using Spring Boot. I have divided the contents into three parts. The first part I will talk about the background and objectives to tell you the reasons why I want to do this project. Then the framework and tools used in this app. Then the application overview. In this section it contains 6 bullets. And in each bullet it will provide the explanation of the key features of the application. After finish in each bullet of the explanation, I will show you how the application work. Okay. So the background, the Spring Boot is a popular tool to build REST API. However, in the year 2022, Spring team has updated the traditional syntax. For example, like in the Spring security section. There is a deprecation of web security configurer adapter class. As you see in this picture, it has been migrated from the way that we override the configure method to the component-based configuration methodology, like we use bit annotation to provide the dependency of the security filter chain class instead. And the second, the Spring Fox and the Swagger dependencies have been migrated to the Spring Doc Open API UI. Not only the dependencies have been migrated, but also the way that we annotate and we use the annotation has been changed as well. And the third, the desire to study the implementation of Livebot to the Spring Boot application. I have found the really interesting blog post written by Kun Payao on the Google, like in this credit. It talks about how to implement the Livebot API to the Spring Boot application. I think it's very interesting and it will be really useful. So I studied from this blog post. I will utilize two functionalities of the live chatbot to study in this application. The first one is a notification, and the second one is the response to a specific command. So the objectives is to get the updated REST API template and update the deprecated method and dependencies, study Livebot implementation, and deploy the application to be online and provide the test API like CatFag. Framework and tools, Java, Spring Boot, Swagger, Pocket SQL, Heroku, Amazon RDS. This is the last part. It contains 6 bullets. So we start with the first bullet. The application focuses only on backend by providing the following information of the scientist: name, nationality, born date, die date, age, biography, course, and contributions. Okay, let's see it in the real application. In this application, I deploy it on the worldwideweb.myscientist.co like this. When enter to this website, it will redirect us to the Swagger UI index HTML, which is the Swagger interface like this. You will see there are 4 sections. The first one is the authorization controller. The second one is a scientist controller for the general users. And the third is the scientist controller for the registered users. And the last section, it was reserved for the admin role. Okay, if we are general user, we can use only one, like a get a random scientist as our test API like this. So we can try it out. Okay, like in this. Okay, you get the random scientist. Addition. Okay, goes. So let me see the information of the scientist that has been provided by the API, like a maybe. Okay, like up the name, nationality, born date, die date, age, bibliography, course, and contribution, something like this. Okay, but if the user want to use a get all scientist, they must register and log in order to utilize these 3 functionalities. Okay. So I passed the first bullet, and the second is to access some resources. User must register and log in to get the JWT token as a ticket. And in this second bullet, it will link to the bullet 5. Every time the user register, the Livebot will notify the admin about the new user information. So I it means that I use the line notification to intercept with this action when there is someone that register to the API. Okay, let me see it in the real application. In this, for example, like I want to register a new user. Let's say this. Okay, postman. Okay, execute. And then you will see like the line notification with the sound like this. New user with email postman@gmail.com has registered to the scientist API. This is the bullet file that I talk about. This is a notification that has I use as an intercept when the registration procedure has occurred. Okay. So and then I will log in order to show you like the functionality is this get all scientists. Okay, so I will log in. Postman. Okay. We will get a token like this. Token is like a ticket, so if you provide information, something like this. Okay. Oh, and for the you may test the API like this as well. If you have the JSON view on your browser, you can use this as well. Okay, like I submit that like this. Okay, I will go back and then I will provide the authorization like in this. So you will see that the key it has been locked. Okay, so we can use this. Try it out. If you provide all information of the scientist, like in this. Right now, for the time that I built this application, only 19 scientists. Okay, you can see in this. Okay, maybe we can use the like of the sort. Maybe I would like to sort by maybe by age like this. Okay, so you will see sort by age 41, then 48. But this is not the last page, right? Maybe I have to 30 papers in order to see all scientists in one page. So I can get the order of the scientists by the age like this. So the scientist with the highest age is the Max Planck at the age 89. Then the Tesla at 86, something like this. Okay. Then the Edison. Okay. We can also use the search scientist as well, but I will skip it in this presentation. So we have passed to the second bullet that I told you about, the register and get a ticket. So we can see the overall scientist, and we also pass to the bullet 5 that every time that the new user register, it will be the notification. Then the third bullet is the default as a user can only get the data, but the part that is about the create, update, and delete, it was reserved for only me, who is the admin, can perform these 3 functionalities. Okay, and I also pass to the skip a search and to show you the sort and the pagination functions of the API. Then we will move to the last bullet, the bullet 6. Admin can text a command line bot by using computers or mobile phones to check the number of the current registered user. This is a part of response to a specific command. Let I show you how does it work. Like in this, I have to type a specific command. In this, I use its CCU. I have to write the logic in order to if the line bot get this command now to match with the logic that I have been written at the backend, it will perform some action that I have set. In this CCU is a check current user. I write the logic in order to if the line bot get this message, it will go to the database, then perform the query in order to query the number of the current registered users. Okay. like this. So you will see that at first we get the number of current users 16. Then I add the postman user, then the number of current user right now is the 17, like this. But if I use the like of the command like this, the livebot will say not found. Okay, so this is the last part of the livebot utilization to respond to a specific command. Okay, so I think the livebot implementation, I think it will be very useful. For example, like in the bullet 5, maybe you have the application about the money account, then you can use the livebot notification to intercept when someone transfer the money to your account, or when you withdraw the money from you spend the money from your account. You can use the livebot notification to accept to intercept these actions. Okay, or you may have the like of the online store, and there is some new order come from your customer. You can use the livebot notification to send you a message like the amount of the order, and to inform that you have the new order. You may have time to pack the stuff and send to your customers. Okay, and and at the bullet 6 as well, because at the bullet 6 it is will be beneficial because we can use it on our mobile phone. Okay, so to like up to command our application to do some procedures that we have already set it at the backend. Okay, so I think this is the end of the my presentation. Thank you very much for watching.